Hi everyone. Today in our Wellbeing tip, I want to have a look for a few moments at the power of routines. I wonder what your morning routine looks like. Do you sometimes start the day a little irritable, tired, grumpy, or are you in that happy-go-lucky kind of mood in the mornings? Are you a morning person or an evening person? I tell you what, one of the most favourite sounds for me in the morning is this sound here. The sound of a coffee machine. I love starting my day with a coffee, going through the motions of actually making it and all that sort of thing. I find it affects me positively in our mood. Now, researchers tell us that there are many things that will affect us in our routines. The important thing is that many people actually don't pay attention to their daily routines. So it's a simple principle of things that are positive influences in our thinking and in our heart will have an effect positively in our emotions. And of course, conversely, negative things have a negative effect on our emotions. But here's the key thing. What researchers show or tell us is that these things actually stay in our subconscious mental state throughout the day and actually for much longer periods as well. So it can have an ongoing effect on our lives. So here's some examples in the mornings that might affect our routines and actually might start us off on the wrong foot. For example, we might listen to negative news, or we might listen to sad songs, or the evening before we might have watched a horror movie or played some violent video games. We might listen to people complaining about things during the morning, or we might have excessive use of social media. That used to be one of my mistakes that affected me early in the morning. I will confess I suffer from FOMO. I have a fear of missing out on things. And so I got into this bad habit. I'd pick up my phone early in the morning and I'd flick on Facebook and I'd see things on there. And I found that they would make me feel, some would make me feel sad, some would make me feel irritated. There'd be people on there who were conflicting with my values and beliefs. I'd find that it would make me feel moody, and even after a little while it made me feel depressed. And I felt disappointed also. I'd look at people's holidays and things and recent purchases that they made, and I'd feel envious. And what I discovered was, if I have this steady junk diet of emotional negativity, it dragged me down. And so I reflected on this for a little while, and I thought, I'm going to make some changes. And so you might, some of that might resonate with you. So a little question right now is to think, are there some things in my day, and particularly in the mornings, that start me off in a negative mindset? So let's give some attention to some of these things. This might mean to stop watching some things or listening to some things. We might need to give a little more attention to things that uplift us into a positive mood. Do some things that we enjoy. You know, the classic things in the morning, perhaps going for a walk, making a warm drink, maybe even watching videos is not evil. Maybe we can watch some things that actually make us laugh, a little more uplifting. Read something that is uplifting. That's a great way to start the day. Have a moment's quiet reflection or prayer or that sort of thing. Now, after I stopped, I probably cut back on my Facebook usage. I mean, there's all sorts of social media, isn't there, that we go to, Instagram and Twitter and a whole bunch of things. I'm going to use Boomer Book or Fake Book as an example, because this is something that I learned. So I cut it back by about 90% of my usage. And what I found was, after about a week or two, my negative emotional experiences began to decrease significantly, particularly in the mornings, and it impacted me in a positive way all throughout the day. And I found that after a week or two that I actually didn't want to return back to Facebook. I wasn't missing it at all. There wasn't a longing for it in any way, shape or form. And so I actually felt almost uncomfortable in some ways, and it upset me again when I did go back to it occasionally. So here's the summary this morning, the super summary. If we give attention to negative things, particularly in the morning or even just the evening before, remember they linger, researchers tell us that they linger in our subconscious and affect us throughout the day and even days afterwards. So if we give attention to negative things, it results in negative emotions. If we give attention to positive things, we're cultivating positive emotion right up front at the start of the day, and it affects us in a positive way throughout the day. So here's a really final important thought on this one. Don't underestimate how much these things can affect us during the day. Okay? So here's a final action point, if you like. What are some positive ways that you can start your day? Can you this morning press the pause button and have a little think, are there some things in my day, and particularly at the start of the day, that are actually impacting me in a negative way, and that's having a flow-on effect for me personally and for those around me? So what are some positive things that you can do to start your day? I hope that helps. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself and be kind to one another.